I'm out here in the downtown Houston area, and I'm out here looking out the window because all the rain has stopped in this area. It was coming down pretty hard earlier, and this is what a lot of people are doing during the storm. They're like, oh, I don't know, is it going to flood? Is it going to get us? They're constantly looking out the window. Well, that's why we're here speaking with Rahel Abraham, who created this ClimaGuard. Now, we heard about this earlier. We were outside, and we were zipping up an entire car.
Yes.
Why were we zipping up an entire car?
Because this product is meant to protect your car from flood damage. And that's the one thing you need after a flooding event, is to be able to mobilize. And so that was the intention behind the design.
And you did that because your car actually flooded during Hurricane Harvey.
Yes, my car flooded. It was total loss, and I couldn't get a rental, so I was, basically bumming rides off of friends for about a month before I was able to find another mode of transportation.
So you had about 3 feet of water in your home. So what about all of your items in your house? Did anything flood inside your house?
I lived on the second floor of a condominium, but my neighbors, I was there for 5 years, so I know all my neighbors. We all came together during this event, and I had a neighbor who made her living off of her artwork. All the canvas work was ruined, so that's her way of her being able to bring in income. I had retired folks that lived in my condominium, so there's a lot of loss and a lot of things that they couldn't gather in that short period of time.
And even if you do have a second floor, you were telling me earlier, it's hard for people to get things like a couch to the second floor. So what are we going to do now with this ClimaGuard?
So I wanted to show you, this is the smallest size that we have, and it shows how roomy it is, that you could protect all your home goods in this one product. So just dump it into the center, we'll zip it up, and we're going to show you how easy it is to protect your things so that you don't lose it all during a flood.
Okay, but how do you get the couch on this thing? You just like one leg at a time and you just like push it under? Or?
This is a laminated cover, so it's really slippery, but you kind of swivel it. It's a swivel operation.
Okay, now we're going to lift this top, and tell us as we lift what we're doing here.
So now we're going to put the top back over so we can completely seal it, and that way when water comes around, all the items inside will be protected from the surrounding water, and it'll start floating as water rises in your home if there's enough water.
Okay, now I'm going to try to zip it.
Okay.
Tell me what we're doing here.
So you got to put the two materials close together.
Okay.
And then,
Like that?
yes, exactly. And then you want to start zipping it closed, and that's it.
And you're telling me that all my things are going to be dry when I come back?
Exactly. You can leave it in here for the whole weekend. You'll come back dry, because that's what we tested for. We wanted to make sure this was a material that could sit in water for days.
So how does this make you feel that you now have these products and you can keep your stuff and your neighbor's stuff safe from getting flooded?
Honestly, that was like the end goal. The mission is to be able to have people, rebuild quicker, not have that financial hardship. And so knowing that my community is protected every season, it brings me a lot of pride.
Now, we didn't finish zipping it, but we're going to do that in the break. And when we come back a little bit later, I'm going to be live again, and we're going to talk about tips, whether you have one of these products or not, tips to keep your home and your car safe during a storm. Shannon Lanier, CW39 Houston. No wait, weather and traffic.